Hello everyone, welcome to the Darkness, and I am DarknessStone. Today's video might not be as serious as my previous one, but it is still important to talk about in today's current internet climate. Mistakes of the past, setups, and scorned friendship. What some people are willing to do to prank, to try to tear through someone's reputation. All of these are something we're going to experience today. Even though today we may be focusing on one major conflict, others are dragged in, and they gave their word. So I feel like it was a good reason to title the video the way I did. Today we're going to talk about the Vanoss crew, or more specifically, H2O Delirious versus Ohmwrecker. Okay, to fully understand what's going on, we must first introduce everybody. We will begin with the Vanoss crew. This crew started about maybe 8 or 9 years ago, or at least from when they first started to grow. They were actually pretty funny to me, this video in particular being my favorite, and one I still remember fondly. But being around that long means things happen. Personal connections may wane, they may break, and success might make people change. Some might change with grace, some may become better and learn from the lessons of their past, while others are just tend to go into a sour area. Someone who did the latter is known as Ohmwrecker. Ohmwrecker is a YouTube channel with 2.37 million subscribers at the time of writing the script, and he seems to be losing them at a semi-regular rate. H2O Delirious has 13.3 million, Basically I Do Work has 4.97, and Wildcat has 7.87. They are all majorly grouped together through the Vanoss Gaming crew, or the Vanoss Gaming channel. Vanoss hasn't really gotten into this drama aside from making a joke tweet, so we don't really have to really worry about him. There are some others involved, such as Liz Katz, H2O's girlfriend, Kelly, who's Wildcat's girlfriend, and then there's this OnlyFans girl, which we will get into later, Mystery Foxy, or just Mystery Fox. Now that we got a majority of the players out of the way, let us head to the actual story. It started around May 23rd of 2021, when of course, who could have guessed, Keemstar posted a Twitter video of him saying he got off the phone with Minilad. They also have got some info from Ohmwrecker about the Vanoss crew. From the context I was able to get, the two accusations are from Ohm were 1. Delirious had phone sex with a 17-year-old, and 2. The Vanoss crew had a Skype chat that had underage fan nudes or something of the sort. Keem was doing a good job somewhat for a while, which is honestly very surprising and very unlike him. I expected for this to go down worse than the hole.
That was my favorite mug. That's in the hole.
Now, Ohm is well known for being a huge crybaby, or in other words, he tends to go after those who have wronged him, or who he thinks has wronged him. Keem in this Twitter video actually made some very good points.
Hey guys, I just want to make a video to consolidate all my thoughts on the new drama that was uploaded. I'm seeing a lot of tweets saying Ohmwrecker shouldn't be trusted, you know, he has a clear bias, he has a beef with the group, and that's true, but he didn't just come to me with his story, he came to me with screenshots, with actual evidence of older tweets and of this situation. If you go to Social Blade, you can see those tweets were deleted, or tweets have been deleted. You can find some of the responses to those tweets from fans that are still available on Twitter that you can go and look up, and you can see they're reacting and responding to deleted tweets. So, you know, it's not like there's no evidence whatsoever. Does that mean that this is 100% true? No, but it doesn't mean that it's false either. And it doesn't mean that this is just out of thin air. I mean, there is some smoke. Is there fire? We have to find out. We have to talk to more people. More evidence needs to come out. Some are questioning, well, why even cover this story unless you have 100% smoking gun proof? This is a big story. If it's true, huge story. If it's false and Ohmwrecker, you know, lied about some of the information or edited a screenshot or something like that, if he's found guilty of that, it's also a big story. I mean, Ohmwrecker is, I called him by the wrong name just now. Ohmwrecker is, he's a big YouTuber himself. He's got like, what, 2 million subscribers? If he's out there making up false allegations against other YouTubers, like many of you are saying, if you're right and that's true, that's a big story too. But we're at the beginning stage. More evidence is going to come out. You know, we got to talk to more people. You know, people got to tell their sides of the story. I reached out to Minilad today, talked to him. Minilad said that he's heard about this, right? So that's more evidence, right? And many of you are saying, well, Minilad's a liar. Mini Lad lied to his fans. He's not a credible source. Okay, definitely take that in consideration. But he's saying he heard about this too. But Mini Lad also defended the group and said he was in the Skype chat and he didn't see any exchanging of nudes or whatever. So he doesn't think that's true. You know, it's just, we're going to have to see where this goes. You know, I'm going to continue to work the story and get all the facts out, but I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just reporting what everyone else is saying.
I am honestly surprised about how level-headed he has been about it. I actually agree with Keem here. If this was true, it would be a big story, but it gives a bit of perspective with Minnie's side of the story. But one thing I have issue with is how he just states it. The story about H2O Delirious and the 17-year-old makes it look much, much worse than it is, and we will get into that. Minnie also stated while he was there, he never saw these nude Skype chats, so that's one possible lie or something we lack evidence of, as far as we are aware. Or at least it didn't happen before 4 years ago. Keem then gets in a few tweets from others and actually stands up straight. He defends Delirious as this whole situation with the 17-year-old was a prank and basically set up. H2O Delirious started to tweet about this, calling Ohm manipulative and claiming Ohm messaged him often with questions or just straight paranoia, which we will give evidence for later. He then explains the 17-year-old sex drama thing.
I do want to address one thing that has been said that has been completely misrepresented. It's something that I have had for many years been embarrassed about, and destroyed my trust for years. I never wanted to talk about this, and I still don't, but it's being forced on me. 9 years ago, two people thought it would be funny to do something really messed up as a form of hazing me. It's no secret I was easily excited and very crude when I was in my early 20s. Someone I had played with a few times prior on Xbox messaged me saying they were only wearing a towel. This caught my attention and interest. She invited me to a voice call, and this led to the equivalent of phone sex. At the time, I did not know her or anything about her. I was just excited a woman was coming to me out of nowhere. This was before any of us were big on YouTube. I was dumb. A week or so later, I started hearing from the group about an audio recording of me and her. I was shocked, I felt violated, betrayed, and to this day, I can't bring myself to fully forgive them for this. It came to light that the two got the lady to message me, coming onto me, and saying those things just to record it. She was on call with them the whole time, and they recorded it and shared it. I'm so embarrassed and ashamed still. I, to this day, don't know if this is part true, but while I was being taunted for it, they also said the woman wasn't a woman at all yet, but was only 17. I don't know if she was, or if it was just said to make me feel worse. I was furious with everyone involved, but at the advice of others in the group that it was best we all cut the crap and move on. I let it go. Now it's being brought back to light, and I hate to have to talk about it. I don't want to name who. They know who they are. It sucks.
Now that tells us a lot. 1, it was a setup. 2, Delirious had no idea about the age of this person till after. 3, he felt immense shame for this, so we know he regrets it a lot. He has shown that it has caused him to have trust issues and has actually changed him. He learned. After Drama Alert, Ohm actually started tweeting about things. Now I'll show you all the tweets here before I speak again, so you could see all of which Ohm has to say.
Hey everybody, so to preface this, I'm not Ohmwrecker. DarknessStone has simply asked me to read off what Ohmwrecker has said in these images he shows. So just want to make that clear before we continue. We cool? Cool. Alright. Funny how people will spend more time attacking me than denouncing pedos. They deleted thousands of tweets and tens of millions of video views, slandering me and lying after a full year of threats. Wait until you see everything. Keem saw a tiny amount and left stuff out. Between Wildcat's big crusade to accuse me of being a fake account in June 2020 turning friends on me, Terrorizer's lie last year, and then coming across the stuff with the group and underage girls, complicity, plus the threats and libel, it's been a world of bullshit. A man who has admitted to have engaged in bad stuff with an underage 17-year-old girl tried to come at me with personal attacks with a whole group defending the situation instead of standing against it, tries to call me a cheater. Yet a girl just reached out with this. While his wife was pregnant, And add to that, another girl who I spoke to direct on a call a couple months ago told me she personally reported Delirious to the police for child pornography over things she knew firsthand from at least one other victim. Open your eyes. Sorry, girlfriend, not wife. Liz and Delirious are only dating, not married. This was raised because Wildcat and Delirious have tried to accuse me of falsely accusing Markiplier. I was not the source. They brought it to Twitter again, as have misinformed haters. Look at the screenshot for yourself. Jack doesn't dispute it at all. All of this is only serving as a distraction by the people who have heinous allegations and evidence emerging, most of which isn't even public yet. Wildcat pulled this shit last year, weaponizing troll armies. When the dust settles, you'll see more clear. Another victim of Delirious emailed me, but asked me not to reveal her information. Alright, so I'm not sure if Stone wanted me to read Ohmwrecker's tweet again, but just use the audio clip from the last recording I read of me reading that tweet. I will read the tweet below though. Can't be mad because I don't want to play with you anymore. You're a grown man and it makes me sad hearing about this, really. Punctuation, man, do you know it? I have not wanted to play with them since last year. I had them blocked. I opened the door to confront Terrorizer about the lies he said in October. While that was going on, the issue with girls came up. Suddenly, they wanted to talk. Tried to convince me to play games again. Stop believing the lies and bullshit. Give this time to surface. I have been distracted by the bombardment of harassment and lies, even violent threats. To be clear as well, I turned down their invitation to play again. Even turned down a brand deal with Delirious 1 to 2 weeks ago.
Okay. We have a lot, and I mean a lot, to unpack. And this isn't even all of the tweets. We still have to talk about the email as well as Wildcat's responses, but we will begin with these tweets. The first phrase he says really makes him look like he's trying to give off the aura of superiority, claiming people are going after him instead of pedos. There is a lot wrong there. He is calling them pedos. Have you been around during the last year? We don't have time to unpack all of that. People throwing those claims around like the way you are have been causing claims like that to be thrown more and more into question. It's where most people on the internet have no idea what that word means. One thing people, including the justice system, don't understand is intent. The whole situation with Delirious was not only a setup, but completely unintentional. Delirious did not know the person was 17. The person who set up the prank didn't know the girl would go that way. No one knew what was going on fully. Calling him a pedo for that is not only a lie, but also incredibly irresponsible. When someone is unaware of age, I don't think they should count as a pedo. But of course, that could be changed with evidence. Like, if a 17-year-old goes into a bar, gets in, drinks, and goes to have a night with a man, and he later finds out that she's underage, he shouldn't be counted as a predator because they were in an adult space where people of that age shouldn't be or shouldn't be able to get into, as well as people who might lie about their age are in the same boat. They were unaware. They were not attracted to them because they were prepubescent, like an actual pedophile. Delirious didn't go into the chat knowing the girl was underage, nor did he state that he was attracted to them. It was a dumb and terrible mistake for everyone involved. Yes, it was still a bad thing and a mistake, but H2O both regrets and understands it was wrong and has never done it again. He has learned and changed from the consequences of his actions. That to me would not make him a pedophile. Irresponsible at the time as well as not mature? Sure, but not a pedo. You are someone who is partially named after a unit of electrical resistance, but you're not even smart enough to know the definition of a word. Sit down and take an English class. You also have not shown any evidence of your other claims of the other crew members about the Skype chat. Now I'll state this here. If I am wrong on this, I will apologize. I can accept when I am wrong, which for some reason others can't do. But right now, at the time of scripting this, with the evidence I currently have, I have nothing to go on for the accusation of the Vanoss crew having a Skype chat with underage fan nudes. So far, everything you have said is a stretch at best or flat out wrong at worst. We need evidence as you come out about it or else people are more likely to doubt you. His next tweet brings up a girl Delirious talked to who had an OnlyFans account, which H2O's wife also has. It shows H2O asking to see some of the stuff she is posting, and both him and his wife had no issue with that. But the girl, known as Foxy, came back to them a day or two later after sending said pictures, asking if Delirious had a partner. She says that she messaged Delirious' partner and that H2O lied about the conversation. I can't say for certain, but there are some things that can be brought into question. Here is the message that Mystery Fox sent Ohm. She says this, but we also have more things to go on here, with H2O's girlfriend going on her own Twitter rant about all of this. Not only going off on Ohm and Mystery Fox, but Keemstar as well.
Let me save you the clicks. Vanoss crew drama explained. Ohm, who is a creepy dude with a history, gets mad that no one will play with him anymore, so he starts making up accusations to get everyone he feels wronged him cancelled. Louis, who's kind of a jerk and an idiot, but whatever, and says a bunch of crap to someone he barely knows. He slides in my DMs before long ago. Didn't go anywhere he likes to just talk crap. Then goes on to say he wishes he pulled the girl's nudes Delirious gets. Me and my nudes. And no, the other group with all them does not share my nudes, but I'm sure he and plenty of other guys, probably others in that circle, are in the same other groups that do, but I post nudes photos for a living. I'm just mad they should be paying, like everyone else. Then bounces on this, misconstrues everything, and frames it, like everyone is sharing underage images in some secret ring. Everyone who doesn't like him, of course. Then a few very fake profiles come up trying to spread this bullshit, all created in the past months following this creepy guy as the first or second profile, just a handful of others, posting nearly identical things to Ohm, and only these things. And then they cycle all my things? Yeah, I'm not about that block all. It's bullshit for someone to make false claims against people simply because they feel wronged, and then completely misconstrues others to attack people they don't like. I understand and realize due to their history and past allegations they made against their past employees and work, this person seems to have severe issues. But that is no excuse for this. Shame on Ohm and those that continue to give him a platform to keep on his manipulative nonsense. I hope he leaves our lives and one day karma will bite him in the ass. Well, Louis messaged me. He insisted he was not referring to me or my images, and then went on to attempt to explain something that didn't make any sense at all. Part being that he just made up crap to see if someone would leak info. Is half of this group retarded? F that guy too. And my apologies to actual retarded people. You guys rock, and most wouldn't do this crap. Let's use the term instead of imbalanced to refer to the idiots involved here. Also, I don't swear much and reserve it for when it's worthy. But fuck you, Keemstar. We aren't helping feed you and your nonsense by coming on and giving our side. We speak for ourselves directly to people. You don't care about the truth. You don't care at all. You are just a bottom-feeding piece of shit who relies on rumors and others' misfortunes to make a living. You don't remember any of our past interactions, but I sure do. Fuck you. You aren't news. You aren't an advocate for the truth or what's right. You are YouTube's drama toyboy. Ohm is reaching so far, he is now posting conversations from adults OnlyFans chicks who Delirious messaged trying to get the free news she posted about on Twitter as a promo. I spoke to this woman myself after she sent me their entire convo. She and I were very positive back and forth. She continued to message me, asking about things and how to build a bigger following. And then this clout-hungry cunt goes on to reach out with her bullshit to Ohm, and she seemingly blocked me at some point out of nowhere in the past months. Honey, I hope you enjoy views from down there, because you are never going to get anywhere licking boots like this for attention. Seriously, bitch, I'd say kiss my ass, but you seem to be sticking your nose up plenty of others. A misogynistic will always show again and again what they are. Numerous women have spoken about how Keemstar has been sexist towards them. Oh, I'm not a bottom feeder because I make money off of YouTube tabloid nonsense and others' misfortune. I will shield myself in an attempt to discredit because you are a woman who poses nudes. Again, the feller proves my original point. He is not news. He is not relatable, unbiased source. He is an immature and evidently emotionally stunted, opportunistic prick. A middle-aged man parroting as a hero to teens because he feeds them the drama and childish antics they crave. And I hope more women with experiences with Keemstar being sexist or demanding towards them speak up loud, because this isn't the first time he has come across this way towards me. And I see his antisemitic too. I am a confident Jewish woman who posts nudes. Clearly, I am public enemy number 1.
Oh, that was really rough. She really flung some shit, but hey, it helps. She shows a screenshot saying that after the messages between her and Foxy, they had a very nice interactions, but has seemed to twist the thing with Delirious to make him look predatory. He was literally asking for the full image that Foxy gave off on Twitter as a promo, and even said please when asked. How the hell is this predatory? Foxy went to them later asking about Delirious' girlfriend, who also had OnlyFans, and later felt bad. Girl, you are not responsible for his relationship. Now, you could tell her, sure, but do you think him asking for nudes as cheating when you run an OnlyFans account? He is asking for your product, and you gave it to him. He wasn't saying he was leaving his wife for you or actively trying to meet up with you and fuck you. OnlyFans is not cheating because it's technically counted under porn. And I don't see a lot of girls saying they broke up with their boyfriend because they went to Pornhub. Within your profession, you should know that should not count as cheating, because if it does, then girl, you are a serial cheater, because you have more than one person paying for those pics. So if they buy it, then they're cheating on their significant other with you, and you are cheating on them by taking other people's money. Sure, you can say once you learned of their relationship status, you felt bad about that. And that's fine, but then to wait until something comes out, thinking he did something bad, to bring up something you were okay with at the time, how does that not look bad? Especially when it's something this small or petty. Basically, with the added context from his girlfriend, coming out like this just makes you look bad and hungry for attention, because you could ride these allegations like Ohm is. I know writing things might be technically your job, but not this. I went to go check on her tweets to see how she's responding to all of this, because I'm sure more people have come to the same conclusion as me. She privated her Twitter. Such an amazing thing to do as a person who does OnlyFans for a living. She needs to stop jumping on allegations and get back to jumping back on her stream. I wanted to reach out and possibly interview her, but without a way to potentially contact her, I can't really do anything about it. Now, after Cap tweeted all of this, Keem responded basically calling her out for being a sex worker. And Keem, that doesn't make her argument invalid. She has more insight in that environment than you do. Or at least I hope so. Gnome porn. If I'm wrong, we need to purge the earth, or at least the OnlyFans servers, in holy fire. Foxy's line of work did not make her word invalid. It was her lack of context, and jumping on something that wasn't even bad is what made it invalid. She did have some very good points about your personality and actions as well. Now back to Ohm's tweets. One of the tweets he states is that someone he spoke to told him that they reported Delirious to the police for child porn over things about her and another victim. Ohm, you are a dumbass. You are claiming this, but not giving any sort of proof. Police report, something! How are we supposed to believe you? I honestly think you should have, if you were honestly dead set on this exposed thing, making a video with all of the evidence you had once you have it all set up. Because just making these statements like this with nothing backing them is just going to sully your word and make people more suspicious of your intentions and the things you are possibly right about. Then something both bad and hilarious happened, showing how confident Ohm is in his word and shows how he gets his information. During this Twitter thread, he tweeted out part of an email he got from a victim of Delirious. They asked for their information not to be revealed, but even with that, he still posted it, a small screenshot of the email, and acting as it was fact. Yet, also, the bad thing is that it was a fake email. Yes, you heard me right. That was a fake email that Ohm posted as fact. A Twitter account known as Bulldog Ross showed that he made the email account and sent that email.
Another victim of Delirious emailed me, but asked me not to reveal her information. That is an incredibly reckless and shitty thing to do. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for trying to put into question victim statements.
Now, the way I see it, it's both hilarious because it shows Ohm is willing to use anything possible against people, truth or not, fact-checked or not, if they scorned him. The bad part is that you should not do this because it could seem like making fun of the victims. I can see, however, how it ended up well in this regard. It showed that Ohm is willing to do and say anything to ruin people's reputations. To make it clear, if you email or message me on Discord about drama, I won't take it fully seriously until I take a look into it. Just a single email or image isn't going to make me go to make a video. I only make videos when I'm passionate about the topic or I see something wrong I know for certain I could add my word upon. But again, with this email, it shows that he has not fact-checked anything. He is just spouting shit. And once it was shown to be fake, Ohm deleted the tweet. That leads up to Wildcat's tweets about the whole situation, which goes as follows.
Ohm has been threatening to expose us with this shit for months behind the scenes. I've had a 40-year-old man spending hours upon hours going back through tweets from nearly a decade ago trying to find pieces to fit a puzzle he has created in his mind. Freaking loser. I could go off non-stop, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I deleted old tweets because I don't need some 40-year-old skimming through every dumb thing I said from a decade ago. Not like that makes them go away. He's a freaking weirdo that screenshots and saves everything so they aren't gone, trust.
Yes, 100%.
Felt like I had a middle-aged man going through my underwear drawer while I was sleeping. It was creepy as hell. I also experienced some crazy gaslighting through this whole thing, so there were times I went into panic mode. Something really weird was when I had one of my biggest sponsorship partners reach out to me that they had received an email from someone making all these accusations about us. Going after sponsors like a pussy is mad cringe. Good thing they trust me and continued working with me. It was never confirmed who sent the email, but I'd have to imagine they are an absolute loser. Like, monumentally huge. I blocked Keen years ago. I don't screw with that dude for many reasons. He can make whatever video he wants and he'll probably get shit wrong because he often does. But I'm not talking to him or going to his show. And take Vanoss's name out of your title, you freaking goober. Man, today was like an Ohmwrecker video. Shitty, and I'm glad it's over. Time for bed.
I actually agree with Wildcat's third tweet here. Ohm is going through them all, and they are trying to find whatever they can. With the other things he has said and showed, there is little doubt anything he may find that is the slightest bit questionable, they're going to try to twist it into something bad. It is okay to be scared because he's gaslighted, because Ohm did basically the same thing to Delirious.
Stop bringing up 2014, 2016, and 2017 stuff that has all been resolved on my personal end. Stuff that has nothing to do with you. I have never in my life had someone hold my past in their brain like you do. It's annoying to always see you bring it up like it's a bad thing. I made sure I resolved everything.
I bring up truth. You bring up bullshit you read in one of the most malicious doxing forums on the planet. A site that also has an active Department of Justice and several FBI investigations ongoing, I've been told.
Oh? I'm sure I did that in what? 2017?
You literally told me last year you can go find your next friend group when I closed the Discord. That's bullshit from the docs group. The bullshit you guys read and took as some sort of evidence.
What's that got to do with this? You can literally go find your next friend group to play with. It would have been a healthy thing to do.
I don't have some next friend group, and I don't want one. I have spent 6 years recording with my friends. It's seriously disgusting how you talk about this.
Well, when I said that, I meant Go find others to play with and leave me alone because you keep bitching about me.
Oh, it's fine. Just let friends you've invested 6 years of your time in go and find some other people. No, you went a little further than that. You've said that's what I always do anyway. Like you guys weren't actually friends.
Is it though?
No, it's not.
You have been in plenty of groups.
Did I make Gassy go full-time Twitch? Or Goldie? Or Diction? Did I make Diction put up that video saying he's done with YouTube and will be doing Twitch now? Chimmy Swift? Minx going solo?
I don't know and don't care.
Delirious, it's time. I shared that video you linked me long ago. I have downloaded it as well. I'm starting to share. Oh yeah? I was trying to live my life, trying to be healthy too. Delirious, you privated the video? Put it back up now. So they control you? So unlist it.
Chill out, leave me out of it if you can, please.
I might ramp this up against the whole group. Like, everything. Including some of the bombshell shit like immigration fraud. Immigration fraud. Including some of the bombshell shit like immigration fraud through 3BD. Faking legit work on games to help with immigration needs. Dead Realm.
You will literally make it so no one can ever talk to or play with you. Not just in that group.
Too late for that. Marcel has already been a roadblock to me branching out. He plays with everyone that does variety now.
You never liked Ninja or his group.
I never said I didn't like Ninja, and I'm not even referencing him. Courage JD, Tim, Lupo, I think that's supposed to be Legion, etc. People that play variety games. He is in everything Wildcat does. He got me kicked out of Call of Duty with that group. No, Marcel was a part of me getting bumped out of Vanoss sessions. Delete that tweet.
What?
The Homer tweet. You want to make me look dumb or unsupported? So don't say anything at all. The way that looks is different. Yes, I was going to post more, but when you hid the video, I lost my reference point. I can't believe you privated like that. You had immunity from the situation. I tried to search a little, but had no idea if anyone had. That person that tweeted me today reminded me, so I looked around a little and remembered that video. You actually linked it to me quite a while back and I totally forgot. Not a single person I played with back then said stuff like, I'm not saying that. Look, I'll say goddamn shit fuck, but not that. And there was even more shit from 4-0 in those videos. You have a lot of videos with that kind of shit, by the way. I watched probably 10 and almost every one had shit that was bad.
You missed out on hardcore COD. I always heard stuff like that.
Marcel has been on my mind as I had 2 people, not in the group, literally bring him up by name.
I know I do.
Bitching that he was not doing anything about Black Lives Matter.
Just please leave me out of it. So far you haven't. The YouTube sale is in July.
Backed up. Tweets deleted. For now. So far, Wildcat and Moo have unfollowed, going to sleep on things, but if I bring this up again, it's going to be far bigger, structured, and amplified. Also, since Wildcat continues to be a dick that casts down on me making the 4-0 tweets, I put together this list of counters. 1. I always double space at the end of a sentence. College educated, and that is ingrained in my brain. 2. I almost never use and unless I absolutely need the space due to the character limit. 3. Notice the oddball quotes around not saying that. I didn't think I had to reiterate that. I have never used those style of quotes. 4. I use far more commas than periods. I had nothing to do with that account. Wanted to say, by the way, congratulations on the pregnancy. I hope this journey brings lots of love and happiness for you. You can give your child the life you always wanted, and I have heard that kids bring a lot of joy and purpose.
We'll be crazy.
That is a lot of emotional whiplash that just happened. Jesus Christ. I know you joked that you thought I've done this before, but this is the first time I've begun stitching things together with group issues. Not 100% sure what I'm doing here with this yet, but it has begun. The whole Wildcat BS, accusing me of shit saying everyone thinks I made that random Twitter account, turning on me and lying about even recent events. It's like, okay, maybe that account was onto something. After looking, my god, I had no idea how nasty things have been. And even the moments I saw and heard of this kind of stuff along the way, even as some of the group reached near their 30s in age, it was still part of who they were. You talked like the group was talking about it behind my back as always. Moo unfollowed with no conversations with me at all. 4-0 ignored my messages as well. Alright then. It's funny that for as much as Wildcat hates Keemstar, he has more in common with him than he lets himself be aware of. Also, Ninja, Lupa, Tim, Courage, etc. may just be virtue signaling, or they don't truly believe in the stuff they preach. If this goes live, they're gonna have to prove it by their actions. By the way, when you said a message came from someone not in the group, how did that happen? How would someone not in the group have gotten a message out like that? Also, why would they not find relevancy to current events, including Pride Month going on right now? This addresses bigger problems like racial slurs, homophobic slurs, etc. How am I being paranoid? Tyler literally said we all think it was the same kind of thing you said before about your girlfriend. Can I stop it with the awkward line reads, please? I'm making this harder on myself than it needs to be. Tyler literally said we all think it was the same kind of thing you said before about your girlfriend. I'm like tired of that shit. And Tyler said it more than once if I recall. Like confirming everyone. Oh, I was just curious. The communications I got were of support. I got a lot of private outreach about it. How have I involved you? They involved you by pressuring you to take down the video, thus leaving a lot of confusion and a halt to my tweets in the moment. I'm talking to you. Okay. I'm not making a delirious exposed video. Don't know what else you want right now. Instead of staying out of it and leaving it be, you privated the video. Had that not been done, no one could claim you were a part of everything. No. Delirious, how long have I been doing this? Have I ever come to anyone publicly, ever? Get real.
Well, don't start now.
I am defending myself and highlighting just how terrible some people can be while projecting an illusion showing the opposite. I literally have nothing to lose now, and with everything going on, I feel it's important.
It's not.
We have clearly biased and toxic people fake supporting the anti-bullying, mental health awareness, social justice, solving racism, solving hate, etc. Marcel has a charity, which someone told me about, claiming he did it for his immigration to the UK to show how he had been doing things of value. He got press, met the mayor, etc. This was a while back. He has that stupid-ass anti-bullying campaign. Are you for real?
This will make it hard for anyone to trust you, and another notch to be added to that wiki page, and you know that. Just leave me out of it, please. All I ask.
But I know what's right in that shit, and I know what's wrong. I would seriously laugh my ass off if Marcel, Wildcat, etc. tried to use that, because it would come back to them so fucking hard. That site is literally tied to the Christchurch shooter, deaths of transgender and gay folks, racist ideals, radicalization and terrorist threats towards the government, etc. This is still 4chan, right? No, this is the locale forums. Like, holy fuck, if they tried to ally up with doxers with that level of hate, it would be hilarious. Especially after there are videos of them with the same attitudes. They would get dragged. Not even counting the doxing aspect. Delirious. Guess what? I didn't. Never in my life, and nor did my friends. And I had some different friends at some points in my life. Metalheads. Friends in the punk scene. Industrial music fans. I have had plenty of internet history. Guess what? If anything like that was there, the trolls would have found it. Because they scrubbed my life harder than probably a private investigator ever could. And you're expecting the same out of them then, huh? You're not taking part in group convos? You had rejoined the Skype room, right? What happened to the friend that stood up for me? And even left the group room over defending me? Wait, what? Okay, so because I had to choose to close the group rooms that I was running, because I was being attacked, something you actually apologize for, and because I needed to keep myself out of that environment for so many reasons, you're going to say that we don't have a group with me. Okay then, Delirious. Seems like you're trying to kind of front a fake friendship. Thanks for revealing your position, because last I checked, we still played stuff sometimes. But alright, I guess group rooms equals who you're friends with.
Jeez, I guess we don't have to invite you anymore if you think that way. Anyways, you going to attack Eminem next?
I'm not in Eminem's group, and I don't even know his lyrics, except for maybe a handful of mainstream songs. I don't have fans ask me why I split out of Eminem's group multiple times a week, to this day. Eminem spoke on his beef with countless people. ICP spoke on their beef with Eminem.
Almost every one of his songs have it in them from back then.
Celebs spoke on their beef with Eminem. Wildcat has shit-talked Keemstar publicly throughout the years.
So?
Ninja calls out people often. People not even in his group. And he's that soft? Wildcat acts like people are unstable or too sensitive. That internet bullying is as easy as turning off a computer. But he has probably the biggest block list in the group, and is easily triggered by anything, even just attempts at a discussion on Twitter. I don't think you guys understand the depths of the research I've been doing for days. Trust me, I know this stuff. I know what's been hidden, what's deleted or privated. I know the tweets. I literally had to work on 100+ page research papers to get my degree. This is not new to me. My attention and research is elsewhere. But I don't want you guys being friendly with me out of fear of being involved. If you're friendly with me, it's because you consider me a friend. Time will tell how far this research goes. But it's been so much work, it's almost hard to stop the train from chugging along. I have a document, I have a Vegas project coming together, tons of videos, links, screenshots, but we will see. This isn't vindictiveness, this is standing up to bullies, and doing what's right so they can't keep hurting people. It won't just be Mini Lad, it won't just be me. My therapist said herself, they will find someone else.
No, it's petty. Those people didn't like you. You can't force people to like you. I don't care about any of the drama stuff. I personally think you should just stop. Who cares about them? I seriously don't know why you put so much effort in trying to force your way into that group.
I wasn't forcing my way in the group. I was in the group. I had issues with some people too, for obvious reasons. And I didn't prefer playing with them just the same. But it was a group, just like a band. I couldn't fix the toxic folks, so I tolerated them for the good of the fans, the good of the group, and the hopes that they could get better over time. You are discounting what having one or two highly toxic people does to someone when they can talk shit repeatedly in a private setting to all of the others. I could not defend myself. They were cowards. That is bullying. They didn't all dislike me, but the one or two toxic ones wore me down until they collectively just sided up to get me out of sessions. Bullshit. Do you want me to put up a Twitter poll right now? Go read up anywhere on who's in the group. No, sorry. I will put up a Twitter poll right now.
Yes. They always called you a filler.
I've played in hundreds of sessions between 2014 and 2019. Hundreds. I was not Smitty. I'm not arguing about this. I was in the group. Vanoss even told me himself. That day when Marcel screamed at me that I'm not part of the group, Vanoss talked to me privately about it.
He would choose every one of the others over you.
And said that's just Marcel and he was raging in the moment. I don't care. I was in the group.
Okay.
Whether I was the fat kid or whatever else, fuck anyone that was trying to pitch that narrative.
Well, I tried to warn you about them inviting you way back when. I've asked you many times over the years to never talk about that because it's over with. Either delete it or I'm leaving this call. I trusted you, Come on.
You are asking me to delete a piece of evidence that shows that Marcel is toxic and a bully, which I need now more than ever, as they lie and drag my name. Do you see me lying in my tweets? It does. I am bullied by the same person as you were once. Their high school drama. I was fucking bullied to the point that people couldn't even invite me to shit that wanted to. Tell me how I demonstrate his character any other way, when he is so sly. It'd be easier if anyone in the group just opened their damn mouth and said, hold up, this isn't okay. I saw the shit. You're asking me to delete a shred of evidence about who he is. So I'm asking you, please, have my back. Please. You see what they're doing to me. Imagine if it was you. I am in full-blown panic. I told these assholes I have a fucking disability, and they still do this shit to me. Delirious, I'm trying to hear you out, but I also have to go to bed. If you're still there, talk to me.
It's my life, not yours.
I'm not trying to use you. I'm trying to show that Marcel has a history of doing this shit. So what the fuck can I do? I have no defense. Not a single person in the group.
I don't care.
You're watching these guys kick me while I'm down, instead of apologizing.
He apologized, and I'm okay with it. It was so long ago. Leave me out of it.
No, I am saying to me, they're not trying to write any of this shit. This is so damn hard, dude. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not trying to hurt you. I have purposely done all I can to leave you out of it. I'm sorry, man. Like, please understand, this is the shit they told me. I know it involves you, but what the fuck am I supposed to do? Their narrative is that I'm the problem, that they're not bullies, that I'm a 40-year-old baby. Revealing my fucking age? Would they ever do that to you? Jeez, this dude in his 40s? Damn. Talking about how much I make, and you want me to remove a shred of evidence I have showing his character? Like I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Do you have any old screenshots of them talking shit in the chat or the C tier stuff or anything showing they're lying? Like, is there anything else I can show that backs up my point in a similar way? I'm gonna try and sleep on it because as people wake up, they're going to see the shit Marcel, Wildcat, Fissy, Nilkski, etc. were tweeting, and like every point matters. They have attacked my character hard. Please try to understand my position, and I'm sorry man, I'm not trying to hurt you or bring you into this.
I trusted you when I asked for you to leave me out of it, and you said okay. It didn't happen to you, it happened to me, and it's my story to tell, not yours. You will be shamed for telling it when I asked so many times for you to leave it alone. The only person on this planet that seems to keep bringing up my past. I severely hate that you keep doing this. You make me feel like complete shit, Ohm. That was my opinion on what he should do. Again, the video thing happened to me. I respectfully don't want to live that bullshit again. I want to be let out of your feud with that group. It happened so long ago, and he and I have talked it out multiple times, how it affected me, and he has apologized for it.
Delirious, do you not understand how delicate this situation is? Look at Wildcat's tweets and lies. Speaking of which, I am planning on asking my attorney about action items after, I keep missing the word there. It's literally right there. Speaking of which, I'm planning on asking my attorney about action items there after I wake up. Especially for the blackmail aspect. He said it twice. Can you please help me then? Delirious, I need anyone to say something. You said I'm one of your closest friends. I'll be giving up a piece of evidence. That is true, even though it doesn't identify you. It's like saying XYZ sexually assaulted someone in 2014, and then the victim saying, "Why did you tell my story?" when they weren't even identified.
Imagine if I were a girl that didn't want to tell my story. You would get so much hate for doing something I asked you not to.
With all of these messages, I can see that Delirious just wanted to be left alone and out of this. Ohm looked through videos, got mad when Delirious privated them, and then used the video against him. It's all so fucking dumb. I have no idea how Ohm cannot see that Delirious does not want to interact with him. Ohm, if you could not take the hints, no, the fucking stop signs Delirious is giving you. You are either dense or you are ignoring them. He does not want to be involved. Do I need to say it slower for you? Do we need to get Jack Black involved? He asked for you to leave him out of it, and you sent him 18 messages in a row. When he wouldn't respond to you, you said that he was a fake friend. A friend, an actual friend, wouldn't drag them into a situation they have said over and over that they do not want to be a part of. Plus, the dedication you are talking about. Let me tell you, as someone who does research for his videos, it is creepy as hell the way you have described it. Now, I have made these reports for class, I most likely would have gotten a B or something. But with you saying the depths of research you have done, it's fucking strange. It's almost like a threat to talk to you. And Delirious was right. It's petty as hell. Also, you need to see a new therapist. Mine would have told me if I screwed things up and taught me how to possibly fix it, because positive criticism can only take you so far. Also, because you played in a lot of sessions, it doesn't mean you were not filler. I'm pretty sure Smitty counted as filler, and he's way better than you. If they need someone to fill out the roster or something like that, you are still counted as filler. I'm sure in some videos in the future, I will be filler. It doesn't mean that you have to harbor resentment for it. That is your personal choice. You also tried to play with his emotions, saying, "Do it for a friend, you're my friend," saying that if they tweet to support you, you would take down the tweet that had to do with them. That is emotional blackmail. Do this for me and I'll do what you want. Given to what I want first. Now for a short time I'd like to go back to Wildcat's responses. Wildcat within the situation is fully understandable to go into panic mode. People were going through your past trying to intentionally sabotage you, as well as going after sponsors, which is a really bitch move. Don't do that. Next, he says he has Keem blocked, and honestly, I don't really blame him. Keem is a really shitty person, and I wouldn't trust him to hold a cloth for me, let alone a drink. Not just because he's irresponsible, but because he's let so many things slip through the cracks, I'm pretty sure his hands are the same way. Also, classy way to end that thread. Made me giggle. Not only did H2O's girlfriend get involved, but Wildcats did as well.
Well, this is most certainly going to be an interesting experience. Pathetic sewer-dwelling rat. All you'll ever be is that person who people invited out of pity because you have no personality or redeeming qualities and cried all the time when people didn't want to play with you anymore. Eat rocks. Jesus, lady. Damn. I'm so mad. He's been threatening Tyler with bullshit for months, and he's gotten super bad anxiety and was gaslit like crazy. Scum. Tyler hasn't done anything wrong except being cringe as hell almost 10 years ago. Who was it? God. Huh. Ow. Ow. I hit my desk. I'm sorry for all the vitriol, but watching your SO suffer for months due to a lying fuck who's trying to ruin the love of my life's life for no fucking reason is so infuriating. Imagine being 40 and acting like that. Can't imagine that? That's because you're not an Jesus. Oh, God. Why? Why? I just want to read. I just want to have the ability to function. Imagine being 40 and acting like that. Can't imagine that? That's because you're not an infected boil in the desiccated nutsack of a geriatric elephant. Ooh. Ooh. Also, you can tip it. You can tip this tweet. Can you imagine getting fucking roasted, ratioed, and then they pay them money? That's a power move right there. That's a fucking power move if ever I've seen one. Keemstar called me a gold-digging whore, so I mean it's kind of obvious Tyler wouldn't want to talk to him. LMAO. GFY. What does GFY stand for? Get fucking it? I don't know. What is... I don't know what these things stand for. Oh, go fuck yourself. Oh, good for you, government fiscal year. Government fiscal year. It was unprovoked too, LMAO. I didn't even say anything. He was fighting with Tyler and dragged me into it for no reason. Stand up, dude. Fuck you all for watching and supporting him. Keemstar called me oh, I've already read this. Remember that? Stupid bitch Keemstar? I'm so glad I chose to read for Kelly. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I chose to read for Kelly. Remember that? Stupid bitch Keemstar? So fuck off, Krusty. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Remember that? Stupid bitch Keemstar? So fuck off, crusty-ass wart. I know. You've tried to ruin so many people's lives so you wouldn't remember each individual time. Watching a certain sentient slime mold mediocre career explode into a million pieces of white dog shit all because they decided to go on a fake social justice crusade. Good job! Braver than our troops, King. Bravo. Hey, Amazon is hiring. $15 an hour! I mean, it's more than what your channel generates anyway, but you should still give it a try. Watch out, though. I hear your joints get worn down after 40, so be careful. I'm done, but all I gotta say is don't bring a dildo to a gunfight fight. One way or another, you're gonna end up fucking yourself. that might be my favorite. Holy shit.
Now this lady got some sass and I live for it. Honestly, she just rips into Keemstar like some barbecue pork. And she really ripped into Ohm too. Now, we want to be careful. We don't want her to rip her pants, so we're going to let her take a back seat for a minute. I would say that she was way too aggressive, but hey, I won't mince her words. She said what she wanted to say and flung shit. I don't even think a hospital could help with those burns. The only thing I disagree with was the last tweet. What if I want to bring a dildo to the gunfight? You can't stop me! No, this started from Ohm tweeting Key making a video. Even in the first thread and video, he says that they are pedos, but have no evidence proving that. Everything we have gotten thus far has been hearsay or has been disproven, and that is what's causing all of this shit. No, we are not even done. We still have one more thread to cover, and it will remind you of tweets from earlier in this video because it was a response to it.
Funny how people will spend more time attacking me than denouncing pedos. They deleted thousands of tweets and tens of millions of video views, slandering me and lying after a full year of threats. Wait until you see everything. Keem saw a tiny amount and left stuff out. Can't be mad because I don't want to play with you anymore. You're a grown man and it makes me sad hearing about this, really. Punctuation, man, do you know it? I have not wanted to play with them since last year. I had them blocked. I opened the door to confront Terrorizer about the lies he said in October. While that was going on, the issue with girls came up. Suddenly they wanted to talk. Tried to convince me to play games again. Stop believing the lies and bullshit. Give this time to surface. I have been distracted by the bombardment of harassment and lies, even violent threats. To be clear as well, I turned down their invitation to play again. Even turned down a brand deal with Delirious 1 to 2 weeks ago.
This is just not true. Me and Brian decided to reach out to Ohm in early March after Brian had received DMs from Ohm about Ohm being upset about how everything was affecting him. He mentioned all this girl shit after this convo. The proof is literally in his own doc. There was never an invitation to play with us again. Our entire group was done with him by this point, but wanted to help ease the tension between us so he could be water under the bridge. It was during this conversation that he revealed to us that he was compiling evidence against our group to show that we were bullies who had wronged him by kicking him out of the group and being toxic. Upon him digging for this evidence, he found the old tweets he screenshotted. Ohm answered why I deleted my old tweets better than I ever could.
When I see this, I see someone who's trying their best to seem morally superior. Not Wildcat. The pedo claims, saying he was the one who rejected recording with them again, like, he seemed to be pushing that very hard. Honestly, the more you say these things, and have nothing to back them up, it makes it much harder to trust you. Ohm is not stating their faults in this situation, they are only calling the others bad people. In this screenshot Discord message, we can see that Wildcat's trying to talk to them and talk things out, not about playing with them again. It was quite clear from the text his intentions were to talk to him. They wanted to ease tension, stop all of this stupid shit. Note, he then said he was piling evidence to show them being bullies, and they stopped playing with them and was toxic. So far, I have seen no evidence of toxicity, and he even brings clips up later. Doing this, he screenshotted all he could find to use against them. I assume he has nothing better to do for some godforsaken reason. This could have been better for you if you only focused on yourself. There are some things I have learned in life, and even if I am half your age, I feel like wisdom comes to those who have experienced hardships. Wisdom comes from emotional maturity, the way one was raised, and the sacrifices they have made. So I'd like you to listen to me, because in this scenario, age doesn't really matter. Revenge and resentment only lead towards more of the same, with pain to boot. Sure, revenge can feel good when it happens, but that is a hollow feeling. It doesn't last. It can cause you to lose purpose. I've sought revenge before, and the emptiness only followed it. It is not a lesson everyone can learn, but those who do could be humbled by it. Your obsession could be your undoing, and revenge is part of that notion. You're trying to intentionally cause pain because someone wronged you. I understand getting even in a small way, like if they spilled your drink and you made them buy you a new one, but that and the level that Ohm is going to are light years away. Ohm, you are trying to ruin someone's livelihood, the way they get their money, how they support themselves, and now their children. You are putting them at risk for your so-called revenge or justice. You are now putting many at risk for gain that may not even gain you anything. If you were somehow right, I don't assume people come flocking to you as the hero of the crew and come watch all your videos to give you all the watch time. They'll say, "Aw, it thinks he was right," and move on. And I'm not saying that you're not wrong or you're not right. That will be decided in time, and I will make sure to get my word on it. I want to know your motivation. What are your intentions? They don't seem in the right place to me. Wildcat then does a good way of explaining why he is deleting tweets. It shows that Ohm is looking for ammo. Now, I will be fair, I also look for ammo, but I normally have a very good reason for it. In the Princess Ash case, I look up court records, but that was to prove that there wasn't a court case. In the Chris Hansen situation, it was for background information about the situation, while this was just digging and digging more, trying to find something bad. Not something they have already done that is bad, trying to find something bad. Even the most minuscule thing. Like trying to find something they said 20 years ago to use against them now, even though now they have shown that they changed. Because that shows malice. Now you can mention it, but it shouldn't be something you're trying to use to vilify someone fully. Like if someone said the R slur earlier in their life, and they like posted it to Twitter or on a YouTube video or something. That shouldn't take away everything else they've done and how they've grown. Ohm said, "I know the importance of context. People with an agenda will spin things out of context. The less ammo you give them, the better." Ohm, you have spinned enough. You have an agenda, and it is obvious. Your agenda is to get rid of those who you think scorned you, even if they did nothing of the sort. Now we shall head to H2O's tweets because I wish to give full context.
Screw him, that manipulative piece of shit. He's not the saint he claims. All his lies and twists because two groups decided they didn't want to play games with him. Allegedly did the same thing to Markiplier. Ask him why he cheated on his real-life girlfriend he likes to keep secret, Jamie Payne. I'm currently trying to be happy and raise my child and be good at having a family, but constantly had Ohm in my messages every day with some crazy questions or paranoia or blaming me when it wasn't my game sessions because people didn't like him. And this is what he does. I do want to address one thing that's been said that has been completely misrepresented.
These were the tweets that led to the phone drama from the beginning of the video, and I won't make Worm reread the whole paragraph again, or else I think I might die. But we will now cover what happened after that twit longer. Marcel, or basically I Do Work, came forward and admitted that he was one of the people who set up the prank. He stated that he apologized to Delirious dozens of times over the years, and he understands if Delirious will not forgive him. It was supposed to be get a face reveal thing, which went bad. He never said to the girl, go have phone sex with Delirious, and stated during the call, he had no influence, meaning he did not control it. To me, that says the girl could have thought of that being the best way, but I would need more proof before I believe that. Marcel says that it was shitty and he regrets it. He has shown that he has matured and changed. So it was bad, but he understands that it was bad and was willing to take responsibility. And he didn't even have to either. Delirious didn't call him out by name. It was never said in the twit longer. He never said it was him. It shows that he has learned and matured. He is showing that he is willing to take responsibility for his actions, even though he doesn't have to. After all of that and basically's tweets, I have to say, basically, I'm proud of you. You've grown. Even though you've never been my favorite member, you've gained my respect. I honestly wish we were done with this and the tweets, but we are not. Ohm Delirious are still tweeting, mostly Ohm though. Now H2O is back to posting about his baby and stuff. He made 2 tweets about Ohm's behavior after the first few tweets.
Hey, non-pecker, stop harassing people you don't know, asking questions about me. You're scaring people with your manipulative speech pattern. Their words, not mine. I've seen multiple DMs of it already. Leave me and my family alone, please. Stop obsessing over me. Fuck, it's creepy. For clarification, he's DMing people he doesn't know to get any info he can to try to hurt people with. They said he sounded so manipulative. These people screenshot it and instantly sent it to me. He has no life at all. I'm trying to focus on family, and he keeps obsessing over me.
Now this is just word of mouth, even if it is within Ohm's character, so I would have to ask for evidence to get confirmation on it. I just can't give it to Delirious. Ohm also sent some tweets and oh god, here we go again.
Looks like it's time for more distractions on the way thanks to Dr. Delirious. Exploiting a window of time when I was crushed, after being torn down over shit I had nothing to do with by my friends, to distract from the alleged child pornography and abuse surfacing. Classic. To be clear, I have had Delirious blocked since March. Ignored his attempt to talk to me again when he found a way around it. Even ignored his bullshit where he was messaging someone trying to get dirt on me a week ago. I have never lifted my block and did not engage since. This was Delirious just less than a month ago, after he had been blocked for a month. I forgot to block him on Steam. He goes from this to then messaging people trying to anger them and weaponize them before any drama surfaced.
Hey Ohm, you can remove me off Steam and block me if you like. I just wanted to ask you if you would have a private conversation with me. Just me and you, one last time if anything. At one time, we used to be good friends. We did. I tell Liz, it really sucks we don't play together anymore like we used to, because now that I've been streaming, we could have did so much. And my channel is feeling more and more dead lately without the group games. I just wish we really talked instead of text fighting. I was never good at texting you without making you upset with me. Anyways, I'll leave you alone. Just wanted to talk about something. I also mean actual voice talk. If I don't hear from you, I get it.
He has crossed lines over the past week that are inexcusable, trying to dox not just me but someone unrelated, trying to expose private information. I have kept his real name private, his health issues private, and have had to deal with these low-blow jabs by him and his crew. On top of it, we now have very strong evidence that Delirious went as far as to intimidate a victim reaching out to him by spoofing her email and trying to throw me off of it, which nearly worked. The victim emailed him about what he allegedly did to her. Spoof came 4 hours later, often boasting and bragging about his wealth as well. Always obsessed with views, his earnings, to the degree of telling me when I was allowed to upload my videos, else I not be invited. This is why we stopped playing Minecraft together. I said no to the bullshit.
Alright, let's record this shit game and then move on.
I don't know whose idea this was, but fuck them.
Invite friends back, invite friends back, invite friends back. I just
invite friends back,
shit.
invite friends back.
Bryce.
I'm just liking making money. Pretty cool. Get
in here.
Good views.
You know, when you make $250,000 in a month, you know, you get tired of playing.
Yeah.
Tired of making money, man.
Yep.
Bryce, we're waiting on you.
Delirious has also been incredibly toxic for years, throwing his weight around, demanding things go his way, and getting salty when they don't. Examples, and sadly I wish I had more, but I didn't consider saving them and practically always cut or deleted them out. This was a mild form of how he got sometimes, completely ruining around for anyone recording, or requiring us to make awkward cuts. He was not trash talking. He was being a genuine dick when these moments would happen. At a time when we were a lot closer, he knew I was dealing with a serious health condition. We had started playing a game where he was once again being toxic, so I left. Upon leaving, he came at me using what he had just been trusted with as an attack, over leaving a game.
First off, you call him Delirious. The problem is that you have been saying that, but I can literally find no proof that he has doxed you. Literally, people are saying it, and I am finding nothing. I literally cannot find anything, and I've searched for hours. You are claiming he's using it to distract, if that's what you were calling it, so that you could build stuff up like that and call them out. But when they do it to you, it's suddenly deflecting. To me, that sounds like double standards, but hey, that's just me. The next message you say, he was messaging people to get dirt on you. Prove it. You are just making claims with nothing to back them. I can't give it to Delirious, so I can't give it to you. And the next one, Delirious asked to have a civil conversation with you, but apparently that is the worst thing possible. You then said he was messaging people with still no evidence for that. You say he was bragging about cash, and yeah, sometimes people can have moments of vanity, but the rest is absolutely bullshit. You said he obsessed about views. Well, wouldn't you if that was your job or way to make money? You should know. You should be concerned about that. Lower views means less money coming in to help raise his family and grow. Investments, his house, equipment, all sorts of shits. I'm sure we could end up finding some sort of formula or chart for items that he uses and views per dollar. Oh yeah, that mic, it costs 400,000 views. That camera, 22 million. This baby, none, and I love them the most. That argument is not only made in bad faith, it is also hypocritical. If YouTube is your main income, it's something you would worry about / talk about. Plus, you were in the same boat. You were a big YouTuber. You could understand what he was talking about because you were in the same business. It could have even been a vent to you because you know what it was like. Also, scheduling uploads is not a bad thing. That way no one just uploads sooner than the rest, and the fans see everything, all the jokes, etc. Because they may not want to go see the videos of the other partners. Most people tend to binge watch content, and they may go look at others, but that is a big maybe. If you upload a video before Delirious, Vanoss, Wildcat, and Nogla like 3 weeks early, why would they go watch something they saw almost a month prior? It is not good business practice, and only one person gains the benefit. But if they all went out at the same time, everything could be spread equally. Everyone gains a mild benefit instead of one person getting a huge one and the rest getting a detriment. It is a cooperative business strategy. I'm sorry you cannot see that, and I'm sorry you cannot work with others properly. That video you showed just sounded like water cooler banter. He might not have liked the game. He could have been in a slump. You give zero context for this video. You are segmenting context. The next week pushes a very heavy narrative. Now I'll warn you, this video does contain and the F slur.
What are you talking about? I'm not that way. I'm not that type of doctor.
Oh,
Where the
okay.
fuck
Well,
are
in
you
that case, we're good.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely good because you bitches are on the other side of the fucking map. Little try-hard little faggots. Where you at? You heard me.
Now, this in and of itself is not proof that Delirious is toxic. Note, they are playing a horror game in intense stress with people being all spread out and they need to work together. It was making it hard as the killer and he was becoming frustrated. Note, he is also acting it up for the content. That doesn't excuse the slur, but still, it isn't toxic. Maybe heated, but not toxic. You were saying it is a mild version, but you have nothing to back it up or show an extreme. It's basically an, oh trust me, it got worse. The next screenshot I will say, I'm sorry for your illness. You gave verbal context, but you didn't give a visual. Yes, the screenshot exists, but it does not have enough. People could change the profile picture, and there is no name in this screenshot. This is cropped very thinly, most likely to make Delirious look bad. It would have been better or if you at least showed more of what had been said, how you could have been the aggressor, but you could have cropped it. If he did say that, that's not forgivable. I won't forgive him for that. Same goes with the next tweet. You see a small message made by someone with the name Delirious, which I might be willing to believe it was him, but an issue again is cropping. We only get to see Delirious's messages, but again, you could have been the instigator, which we know is possible because of how long this video has gone on for and how you have acted in the past. Now it is time to discuss. Okay, this situation has affected many people, not just the ones who are the center focus of it. Fans, other YouTubers, and credibility have all been affected. So far, a little past 50 pages of evidence in my own writings, this has been a taxing one to cover, and I guess it'd say it affected me too. To me, this wasn't as personal as it gets to others. I did watch the Vanoss crew growing up, but my favorites are mainly Panda and Nogla, but mostly Smitty if he was around. Hell, I still watch him often. But Delirious and Basically were up there, and I personally forgot who Ohm was. This amount of malice I have seen surface today is an amount I haven't seen since the last video, with the whole Drifter versus Blue and Athoughts thing. Ohm is making it clear what he wants. He wants their livelihoods gone. He wants them cancelled. The others say that they wanted to talk it out, and with Ohm mentioning he is pulling up dirt, it kind of sealed it for them that Ohm isn't going to change. This has put a strain on everyone, and it doesn't seem like it'll stop anytime soon. Whether it be from Ohm's stubbornness, or the crew's silence, or either side being guilty. It really depends on who will yield first. From all of this, Delirious isn't perfect. He never was. If what he has been shown, people could claim he was a victim or an aggressor, depending if some of the screenshots Ohm provided were real. Which we could say he's had a real problem with making sure things are true. Ohm claims that the group were bullies and things of that sort, but has no set of proof for his claims. He is vaguely posting about others, saying things like, this nameless victim and this person, but have not provided much to really back up their arguments. Ohm blatantly blackmailed Delirious in DMs, and the manipulative language really sets a precedent for the way he feels about his friends. You are my friend, come on. Give in. Won't you shake an poor sinner's hand? Delirious isn't fully innocent. Even though he regrets it and learned, it doesn't mean that thing with the phone sex is exempt from discussion. If he also said things to Ohm about his illness, that is inexcusable, even if it was done out of rage. But out of everything I have seen, Ohm is overall in the wrong. And I could 100% be in the wrong. I could have been fooled. I'm not claiming that everything I'm saying is 100% fact. I'm saying that if I am wrong, I will be willing to admit it. But from what I have seen, I don't think I am in the wrong. After all of this, there isn't much left to say. This whole world and narrative they have created has really spun out of control. Shit is being flung and honestly not everyone has a chance to duck in time. The Vanoss crew, all of you, I honestly hope that you can all get through this as unscathed as possible, if you are innocent. And Ohm, if you are wrong, I hope that you admit it and try for change. Maybe see a new counselor and focus more on yourself than on your previous friends. If Ohm was right and he proves it, I will say that I am wrong, and I would be willing to admit that. And if he is right, the whole Vanoss crew needs to be held accountable. But at this point, I am more inclined to believe the Vanoss crew, more so Delirious and Wildcat. Ohm, the stuff you are presenting is not strong enough to believe, and you are willing to publish anything to make them look bad. We saw that from the email situation. You kinda really screwed yourself there, like you were using a drill. In time, I hope both sides will either work things out or just leave each other alone. May you all find peace, because revenge only leads to pain. Well, now that the video is over, let us head to the fan art feature. The first piece of fan art is from a long-standing fan and someone I consider a friend. Alabaster Litso on Discord, the DarknessStone manga cover. Look at that. That is fucking awesome. I believe the quotes on the top say DarknessStone or Welcome to the Darkness. I'm not sure exactly what the quotes there mean, but they did an amazing job drawing my character, the smile, the shading. All of that is awesome. I would buy a manga with that cover on it. Like, Jesus Christ, that is so fucking cool. Thank you so much for this piece. Up next, we got a piece of art from Ali is a Simp on Twitter. But the tag here also says, I love her studios on the art. But look at this. This is beautiful. I love how it looked. It's both soft and detailed at the same time. I don't know how you did that. Like, you look like you could rub his cheeks and the little black marks could look like it would feel like Velcro or something. It's very nicely done. I enjoy it very much. The softness of the colors, the light. It just feels very soft and I love it a lot. Thank you so much for this art piece. Up next we have Birthday Cake from Darling Corley on our Discord server. On our Discord server. They made this for my birthday back in December and I just haven't had a chance to show it in a video yet. I am sorry. But thank you for this piece of art. I love your character with the big blue hair and stuff. It looks like skeleton. You did a good job drawing my avatar and I really appreciate you making this birthday gift art. I'm not used to people remembering my birthdays. Last year was the first time I really had anyone remember my birthday that much. Funny story, my real life friends, when we went to go play D&D, they made me a cake and they sang happy birthday to me and I cried. Up next is Risk Salt on Twitter. They drew their avatar in my clothing. Look at them. They look so sweet. Why do I feel like they give off like Apprentice Darkness vibes? Like they're just like my avatar's apprentice. Like, you are small, but you will soon learn to control the darkness. It's just so silly. I don't know why I like it so much. Thank you so much for this. Up next is this piece by Flyleaf on the fan Discord. And it has my character drinking some ginger ale. Sometimes when I feel bad, like sickly, I drink a ginger ale or something, like if my stomach hurts or something. They drew this little me holding some ginger ale. Look at me, I'm just chilling, I'm lying down. It's nice. It's just cute. I love this kind of like small, cute style. I do appreciate the fan art and thank you so much. Up next, we have the King of Darkness playing card by Lilla Walker on Discord. They drew this with a set of other cards that had Ponder, Doodle, and I think Junkie. And it has me as the king, I think it has Ponder as queen, and I think it has Doodle as ace. But I don't have the other cards with me right now, just this one. But it is honestly awesome. It looks so cool, and I would love to have a playing card of this someday. Thank you so much for this playing card, Lilla. You are awesome. Up next is Pokemon Stone from Links on Discord. They drew me as Teddy Ursa, and I think it's called Ursine. I forget the name of that one. But look at it. I am big boy, scary, and tiny happy. Honestly, if I could choose any Pokemon to be, it'd probably be either Tyranitar or Teddy Ursa. I just think Teddy Ursa fits my character really good. While Teddy Ursa fills my personality, Tyranitar shows my body and my strength and stuff. Big boy with tiny life. I love this a lot. Honestly, I thought about making that my icon for a while. But thank you so much for this art piece. I do love Pokemon. I can't wait to see more from you. Thank you so much. Up next, we have a piece from Shaded Shadow MC on Discord. And this was in response to a redesign Your OC thing I did on Twitter. And they made this really cool looking design. I got some loafers. My hands got fingernails. And the coat is just very interesting. Looks like a dark blue overcoat on one side with a white undershirt with a black, I forget what that is, but I know it's part of a three-piece suit. And it seems to also be on my wrists and stuff, which is neat. But it's all very well done. I love how you wrote the name. It's very interesting. You did an amazing job, Shadow. Thank you so much for this. Up next, we have a few pieces from Sleepy Green Tea on the Discord. This one is, This Child Have No Brain. Ha ha, pee poo, pee pee. I love their art style. They also drew, Catboy Stone. Catboy Stone playing with a toy. This is honestly one of my favorites. Just a little, thing. They also drew Catboy Stone in a maid outfit. My mother does not like these things. We actually went to a restaurant and she was like, oh, people are drawing you as a cat boy? No, you're such a handsome young man. Why don't they draw you as like a minotaur or something? I'm just like, what? And it's because we were at a steak restaurant and they had a buffalo hanging above the bar. But thank you, Green Tea, for all of these. You are an amazing artist and you are a joy to be around. I hope to see more from you soon. Thank you so much. Up next is from the official Boya Butters on Discord. And they have two Scarf Bros sipping some shakes. I don't know if that's tea or another milkshake, but milkshakes. Milkshake. I cannot have milkshakes right now. I am on keto and it makes me sad. But that is a very good piece of art, fellow Scarf Bro. I do appreciate the art very much, and you did an amazing job with all the detail. Thank you so much for this. Up next is from someone called Tomb Inhabitant on Discord. I like their art so much that I ended up following them. But they made this amazing piece of art of Darkness just standing there. Look at the detail, look how soft it looks, while also having the rigid lines for the clothing. It does everything right. Like the red and blue outlines on like hair and the stuff like that just gives it a lot of detail. And it gives it like a nice aura of like mixing. I love this one a lot, and I actually thought about making it my profile picture on Discord for a short time, but I got way too shy to talk to the artist. But thank you so much for this piece, Tomb Inhabitant, and I can't wait to see more from you on your Twitter feed. See you soon. And up next we have this threatening image by Zulesh on Discord. And I am so sorry if I mispronounced that name. But this is amazing. It looks hand-painted, the detail, the eyes. It is fucking terrifying. If you saw that sitting next to you on a plane, you'd probably want to move to the opposite side of the plane in the back row. This guy does not look happy. He is getting done with the bullshit he's having to deal with. But thank you so much for this art piece. It is truly amazing. Like, holy shit. You even drew my hair like it is in real life. So that was the end of the fan art feature, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all again soon. See ya.
Enjoy the dog. I'm asking you again, 5891A, how many?